Hi, my name's Amanda. I'm a coach and a channel, and I'm so excited about what you're about to watch. I have a new offering called a higher self reading, which is an opportunity for you to come face to face with your higher self and ask them any questions that you want. The way it works is that I invite your higher self into my physical body and trance channel them so that you can have a sit down meeting with them and ask them questions. This is an opportunity for you to be challenged. They are going to open your eyes, offering you new perspective and ideas about how you see yourself in the world around you that you wouldn't have access to otherwise, that would help guide you on your journey ahead in whatever areas of your life you feel like you need assistance and support. So maybe you're moving through something challenging in your life, maybe you need clarity on next steps, maybe you just have questions about how your life has unfolded up until now and what's available to you moving forward. This is different from a psychic reading. You are not going to receive predictions for your future. You are going to be given an opportunity to find the answers from within yourself through really being challenged to think about yourself and the world around you in a different way. It's really exciting, and I'm super proud of what I've been able to help people discover from within themselves so far with this new service. So please stick around and give this a watch. I would love to know your feedback on this. And if this is something that you would like to find out more information about, please visit my website and email me with any questions that you might have about it. I'm looking forward to hearing what you think about this, and if this is something that you enjoy, if you like this type of content, please stick around and click subscribe, and you'll be seeing more higher self readings and trance-channeled messages in the future.
Hello, how are you today?
Hi.
I am so excited to be speaking with you, and I'm so thrilled that we have this unique opportunity today to speak with one another and see what information that I can bring forward for you so that you can leave today feeling a lot more clear on the next steps that are really truly available to you in your life. I would like to extend you the opportunity at this moment to begin to ask me anything that you desire to, and I will bring forward all of the guidance and wisdom that I have for you at this time.
Thank you. I'm so excited to meet you. Um, I want to know how Amanda said that you had this strong energy about you, and I want to know how to embody that.
The strong energy that is with me is also within you, my child. You have been in opposition to this energy for a long time, as there is a part of you that feels that you must shrink it in order to appeal to those around you. And this is a little unfortunate because this strong energy permeates every part of your being in many ways that you do not fully see or understand, but the people around you feel it. And I know that this is something that you have witnessed before and that they have spoken to you about before. And so it is not something that is truly that you are in the dark about, but it is something that you have not fully embraced yet. And this is something that will come in time. The more you feel comfortable within your own skin, the more you feel confident in who you are, and the more you begin to embrace who you are. This confidence, this inner power will begin to permeate every inch of you and begin to shine through in ways that you have been holding back from up until now. And I encourage you to, one, believe that this is possible. Believe that the words I am telling you are true because this is the first step. And after that, begin to feel it within you because it is there all the time. It is simply something that you have been shrinking away from in an attempt to feel small. And I hate that this is something that you do because it is really not necessary. And it is all part of the learning experience for you in this lifetime is learning how to embody the full potential that you truly possess. And I would like, one, for you to begin to recognize that it is there. And two, once that recognition has come to pass, begin to understand what it feels like to embody it and understand when you are shying away from it. Does that make sense?
How do I do that? How do I feel it? How do I embody it? I understand what you're talking about, and I know when I'm shying away from it. I don't know how to embrace it. I'm just afraid. Am I just afraid?
There is a part of you that wishes to create a safe space for the people around you. This is something that you pride yourself in being able to do. It is something that you really enjoy, is watching the people around you feel safe within your presence. And you have learned to do this by shrinking your own presence in their midst in order to make them feel more comfortable. And this is, I would like to say, a defense mechanism that you have developed over time, which has allowed you to ingratiate yourself to other people in a way that makes them feel more comfortable. However, it does not make you feel comfortable. It makes you feel comfortable knowing that they are comfortable, but it does not make you comfortable within your own energy. And it is simply going to take trial and error for you to figure out, how do I create a safe space for others without feeling that I have to shrink my own energy to do this. And this is simply going to be a matter of feeling comfortable and confident within who you are. That is all that we are talking about at this moment, and that is all that I am asking you to begin to understand how to do. And you are already beginning to do this. This is not something that is foreign to you. It is simply something that is going to take time in order for you to be able to fully tap into. And so it is not that you must learn how, per se. It is something that you must continue to explore for yourself. Does this make sense?
Yes.
There are
Mm.
elements of your day where you are able to tap into this fullness of who you are. When you are out in nature, this is one way. In your garden, this is one way. When you are cooking meals, I don't know if that you have recognized this for yourself, but you take a lot of pride in cooking and creating the food that you truly enjoy eating, and this is a time where you are embodying your fullness. When you are at the gym, this is a way where you can free your mind, but sometimes you are too much in your thoughts to fully feel the true vibration that you hold. And so it is something that you can tap into here and there throughout your day, but it's going to take time for you to be consciously aware of when you are doing it and when you are not.
Okay. How do you, how, is there a way that I could connect with you directly?
It is simply a matter of intention, my child. This is all that it is. And this is the secret to life that many of you and your peers have not quite figured out yet, but it all comes down to choice. And this is something that you have heard lately quite a bit. I understand this. It is simply a matter of choice. Do I choose to interact with my own energy at this time? And if that is something that you are choosing to do, you must make space to do it. You have to clear your mind. You have to clear your calendar. You have to sit in a quiet space where you can tune into your own energy, you see. It is not something that can be done when your mind is busy and when you are preoccupied with other tasks. And this becomes the biggest challenge for you at this time, is creating this space
Mhm.
to set the intention to do just this. But once you can do that, once you create the space and clear your mind and have the intention to connect with me, it is a connection that is very strong within you. The connection is not the issue, my child. It is the clutter inside of your own mind that makes it difficult for you to connect fully. And so this is the first challenge that lies before you in beginning to connect with me more frequently and to hear me more strongly. But I would like to argue that your intuitive abilities have come online quite strongly and they are there for you all the time. You have simply avoided utilizing them to their full potential.
For
And this
sure.
is really the conversation that we must be having at this moment in time, is why this is.
Why? Why is it?
You ask a question that you already know the answer to.
Why I avoid myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hold pain deep within you that you have associated to be a part of your truth. And this is simply an association that you have created inside of you. It is not reality. And so it is becoming a source of distress for you to tune into your psychic and intuitive abilities, because when you do this, you fear the truth that might be relayed to you in that moment and how that might make you feel about yourself. And it is simply the associations that you have developed inside of your mind that have been holding you back from tuning into the truth that's available to you. And when you can begin to see the truth that is available to you as nor good nor bad, simply the way that things are, then the fear associated with what you will uncover in the midst of this will no longer hold you back from doing so.
Okay. Why did I experience childhood the way that I did?
You desire to experience a childhood that would require you to create a defense mechanism so that you would have the opportunity to learn how to let go of it in time. And I understand that this is difficult to hear. Why would I want to do that to myself, right?
Hmm.
Well, my child, it was a choice that you desired to make and an experience you desired to have so that you could understand the true power that you possess. Has it not been an incredible journey to figure this out thus far? Has it not been an unbelievable experience to witness who you truly are, which is separate from who you have been thinking that you have been this entire time? Beginning to see the true power and potential that lies within you that you did not even know was there. That in and of itself is an extremely enjoyable experience if you allow it to be. But you have been dwelling on your past too much to be able to even see it this way. You see this.
I do.
And so it is the process of going through the first few years of your life, believing something about yourself that was not true,
Yeah.
and then beginning to uncover the truth of who you are, and then beginning to tap into the possibility when you know the truth of who you are. And it is this unraveling of one truth after another that you are seeking. The experience of witnessing the power that is truly within you when you allow it to unfold as it desires to. This is the experience that you desire to have in this lifetime. And it is happening right before your eyes. But you have been so caught up in the pain of it all that you haven't been able to see it this way, my child. How can you begin to reframe the experience that you are currently having from one of victim mentality to one of embodied empowerment?
Okay.
Most people go through their life never having had the access to this rebirth. Do you see how special this is? Do you
Yeah.
see the opportunity that lies within it? How can you begin to see how special it really is that you are being given this gift of realization, this gift of potential, this gift of being able to pull the wool off from over your eyes and being able to see the truth of who you really are and the limitlessness that's truly available to you. You are embarking upon a time in your life that has so much possibility. And I encourage you to begin to look at it this way because you have been stuck in the illusion of it all. And you are being asked to leave that version of you behind in order to embrace something new. And it is this new version of you that you can move forward with at this point in time that will allow you to embrace a brand new way of being that you have been searching for. And you're searching and you're searching and you're searching because you do not see that it is already there. You see this.
Yes.
And so, what do you fear about this?
That I'm wrong about it.
Wrong about what?
my worth, that my
No,
value?
you do not fear these things. This is an
No.
illusion too. No, you do not fear the possibility that you are wrong. That is not what is making you uncomfortable at this time. What is making you uncomfortable at this time is that you do not know what to do with it.
What do I do with it?
Whatever you want to. The sheer vastness of the potential that you are beginning to see lie before you has caught you off guard because you have never been able to see it that way before. And so you have been paralyzed with the limitless possibilities. And this is part of the process for you, is to say, okay, for the first time in my life, I see unlimited potential before me. What do I want to do with it? And then once you make your choice, then you can choose a path and move forward. But you have been hovering at the entranceway to this new way of being because you have been caught off guard by the reality of the fact that you are no longer being tethered in the way that you were before. Do you see this?
I feel it, yes. I feel like I'm wasting time. I don't know what my next step is.
Yes. Can that be okay? You have spent so many years of your life feeling like there was only one path for you. And now all of a sudden there are endless ones, and it is no surprise that this would catch you off guard and that you wouldn't know which one to take. Can it be okay that you need time to sit with this and to figure this out for yourself without the pressure of having to make a decision quickly?
I do feel.
You will find, my child, that there is no wrong choice.
How can I how can I be or become my closest and best friend?
What is the question underneath this question?
How do I love myself? I feel like I abandon myself or like I reject myself. That's why I'm not stepping into my potential.
You do not reject yourself. You reject the environment that you are in.
Okay. What do I do about that?
You allow the environment that you're in to be what it is at this time. I'm going to
What?
expand on this further because I sense that there is some confusion with my answer.
Thank you.
You are entering into a phase of your life where there is unlimited possibility and potential, and this is something that you are not used to. And you are leaving a version of yourself behind so that you can step into a new version of yourself moving forward. And so there is a meeting place of these two versions of you right now that have come together, and you are being asked to let go of one in order to embrace another. And so it is simply that you are learning how to do this. But the environment around you has not fully changed in order to reflect back to you this new version of who you are. And so you are conflicted in this energetically, where there is still a version of you energetically that is permeating the space that you are in. And you are sensing her there along beside you for the ride, but there is a part of you that does not like feeling that.
Why?
Because it is a reminder of how long you have gone not recognizing where your true power lies.
Do I have shame about that?
Do you have shame about that?
I think so.
Can it be okay that this was the journey that you chose?
You're asking me to accept it. I don't know what that feels like. What
Can
does
it
that?
can it be okay that you are still learning this?
Yeah.
What is the rush, my child? I sense a lot of pressure
Yes.
within you to get things done. Where are you going? Where are you running off to?
I think that I'm starting to believe in what's possible, and I want that. And I don't know how to make it real.
I don't know how to make it real. Does that not imply that it is not already real for you? That you have to make it something that it is not already? There is nothing to make, there is nothing to shift, there is nothing to control or change other than how you feel inside of you. Do you see this?
If this is a choice.
It is a choice. It is a choice that requires learning. And it is not something that can be pushed or forced or rushed in the way that you are used to doing things.
Okay.
How can you release control over how long it takes you to feel safe within this new version of yourself? And give yourself permission to explore this new way of being, however long that takes you. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what matters most? Is how you feel?
Yes. That's why there's a rush. I'm sad all the time.
You're sad because you're believing that it's not supposed to be this way anymore. And so you are creating the very experience that you're trying to avoid in the process. I must get to where I want to be. And in order to do that, I must no longer feel how I feel. And every time I feel how I feel, it is taking me further away from where I desire to be. And on it goes. Hamster
Okay.
on a wheel.
So when I feel sad, embrace it.
What's wrong with feeling sad?
It hurts.
What hurts is your resistance to the experience, not the experience itself.
Okay.
Do you see how feeling sad is just one experience that you are having within one moment of time? And then if all you're doing is you're feeling sad, then you're feeling sad. And then the next moment, you're not. But if you're feeling sad in one moment, and then on top of that, you are shaming yourself for feeling sad and you are pressuring yourself to no longer feel this way so that you can finally no longer feel this way, that's a lot more to have to work through than simply feeling sad.
Okay. How can I find or attract aligned relationships?
Find alignment within yourself.
And I'm doing that. I'm doing that already.
Well,
How do I do that?
let's talk this through. What does alignment look like for you? What does it feel like? How does it embody you? How do you know when you are in alignment and when you are not?
I feel calm.
And
at peace. Like I don't feel any shame or judgment.
so you are one with your path and in full acceptance of who you are. Does this feel like alignment for you?
I don't understand the question.
You are trying to figure out what alignment feels like for you. And what you are saying is that when you are in alignment, you are feeling in full acceptance of who and where you are.
Yes.
And how often have you been able to create this experience for yourself?
I don't think it's often.
So then this is the first step, my child, is creating this experience of feeling in full embodiment, full acceptance of this very moment, whatever it might be. And once you can create that within yourself, fully dropping in and experiencing it for all it is, then you can go out into the world. Set the intention for what you want to do with that alignment from within. And energetically, you will attract the very thing that you are. Unconditional acceptance of self. But it begins with you. You see this. You dictate your experience. You dictate your reality. And if you desire to draw in people, places, and things that are in alignment for you, then you must be in alignment first in order to do that. How can we begin to create alignment for you more regularly so that you can understand how to create it whenever you desire to, and then move forward from there?
That's my task. Create alignment for myself.
Shall we try it right now?
Yes.
I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to tune into the vibration of your system. And what I mean by this is feel the heart beating inside of your chest. And just focus on that. How special that is that you have a beating heart inside of you in this very moment, giving you life. All your needs are being met. And right now, in this very moment, you are speaking to your soul. What a way to live. How lucky you are to have this experience in this moment. And I want you to feel what that feels like, that recognition inside of you. And let it permeate every inch of your body and expand from inside out, radiating out into the world, filling the space around you with your powerful energy. And relish in it. You have gone too long hiding from this feeling. It is time to embrace it and share it with the world. Do you feel this?
think so.
It will take time for you to feel comfortable doing that in its entirety. I still sense that there is some hesitation to fully let go. And this is simply going to come down to practice, repetition, and time and patience as you learn a new way of being. But you cannot force this. It does not work that way, my child. You must be patient with yourself because that is what you truly want. What you truly want is to be a patient person. And it begins with you, having patience with you. How can you create this experience that you just had every single day and not shy away from it anymore?
Practice.
Practice when? Let's get really specific.
In the morning, when I wake up, the first thing.
Excellent. Will you promise me that you will do this? Not just for you, but for me as well.
Okay, yes, I promise.
And perhaps one day when we reunite, we will laugh about how you had to learn to embody your full potential.
Okay. What are the ultimate lessons I am here to learn?
You desired to come into your life at this point in time so that you could explore every aspect of who you are. You wanted to experience a version of you that felt small and weak and timid and shamed and afraid. And you wanted to experience a version of you that felt alive and free and full. You wanted to experience the full spectrum of who you are in this lifetime. Every aspect of you. And you are bringing forward the gift of conscious awareness in order to be able to do this. To have a conscious awareness of this experience and desire for it. It is as simple as this. How beautiful to be able to leave this life knowing that you got to experience every aspect of who you are.
I hadn't thought about it that way. What soul gifts have I brought into this lifetime?
What soul gifts have you not brought into this lifetime? And what I mean when I say that is that you brought everything with you. Why would you hold back? Why would you leave something on the table and say, I'm not going to bring that with me this time. I'm going to do without it. Why would you want to rob everyone around you of experiencing everything that you have to offer?
I never thought about it that way. I'm not sharing all of it.
Well,
Right?
you needed time to recognize how much was there And this is something that is going to continue to unfold for you when you give yourself permission to realize it. And what fun that's going to be to unwrap each new gift, pull it out of the box, and say, wow, I didn't know that that was there too. And put it on for everyone to see so that they can bask in the beauty of who you really are alongside you.
How do I share that?
You embody it.
How do I do that?
Did we not just go through that together?
Okay. The practice that I'm doing, the presence.
My child, you have the ability to experience anything you want, anytime you want to. You can wake up one morning and say, I want to experience joy. And you tune into your body and you create it from within. You can wake up one morning and say, I want to experience inspiration. And you tune into your body and you create it within. What tends to happen is that you get up in the morning and you begin thinking about your day. What do I have to do today? What are all the chores that I have to do today? What are all the things that are burdening me that I forgot about all night long? Oh, yes, that's what it was again. And you take all of those things and you put them on your back and you carry them throughout your day. And you allow them to distract you from the experience that you actually want to be having. And how can you begin to see that you can create any experience you want to, anytime you want to, any place you desire to, regardless of what is happening around you.
Okay.
This, my child, is the next part of your journey, is realizing the power within that and that you hold it. And this will create a new experience of living, being, and doing as a result.
That's amazing.
No,
No?
you are amazing.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you about how I can develop more meaningful relationships.
How do you define a meaningful relationship?
Mm, mutual respect and interdependence, connection.
I guess you must go out and search for people that you resonate with on an energetic capacity. And I understand that you have been in the vicinity of people that do not feel resonant for you at this time.
Yeah.
And this is not anything bad per se, it is simply circumstantial. But I think that you will find that as you begin to experience a shift within you and fully understand how to create it anytime you desire to, you will begin to seek out people who can do the same and meet you energetically where the people around you currently cannot. And the inspiration to go out and do this will come to you when you are ready to receive it. But there is a few more adjustments required from you in order to take that next step. Do you see this?
What adjustments?
The ability to create a different experience from within.
Okay.
When you begin doing this on a regular basis, your energy will change. And the people around you will feel even less resonant for you. And you will receive inspiration to go to different places and to have different experiences. And there you will find new souls who will be resonating on the same vibration as you. You have not received those ideas yet because there are still a few more adjustments that need to be made from within you first.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
Yes. What is the role of jujitsu in my life?
What is the role that you desire jujitsu to play for you in your life?
I don't know.
Jiu-jitsu is just an activity. You are the one engaging in it, and therefore you dictate how you would like to experience it. And the way that you currently have been experiencing it is with a lot of mixed emotions depending on the day, the time, and how you feel. And whatever role you would like jiu-jitsu to play for you, that is where you must start first, making that decision. And then from that place, setting the intention when you go in to take part in it. And then the rest you know, which requires you to shift how you feel inside. And from that place, you are in full control over how you feel, what you want, and how you're creating it for yourself. Do you see this?
Yes.
You possess way more power and control than you have been giving yourself credit for.
And I can embody that through this practice, setting the intention.
Everything comes down to intention, energy, and focus. First, you create the intention. Then you experience the energetic frequency that you desire to receive from that intention. And then you move forward in an aligned fashion towards what you desire. And what you receive on behalf of those actions will be exactly what you desire to. And you might not receive what you anticipated to receive, but regardless, what is received by you is what you intended to, energetically. Does this make sense?
Yes. So I need to focus on the energy, focus on what I want it to feel like.
Well, what you want in life, you only want because you are under the belief that is going to provide an experience for you that is desirable. Is this true?
Okay.
And if this is true, then yes, whatever you desire to receive, first, you must feel how you want to feel when you are in receiving of it. And then that becomes an energetic match for you to bring towards you. It all begins with you. You feel it first, and then you create it second, not the other way around.
I see. I feel lonely a lot.
This is unfortunate. Why do you choose this?
I think I don't, because I haven't figured out how to draw the people toward me, like you told
Have
me.
you learned nothing from our conversation, my child?
No, I'm learning now through that conversation. I think that that's why I feel lonely, but I have a choice to not feel lonely.
Everything is a choice. And if loneliness is something that you have been choosing, there's a reason for this, but it is also a choice at the same time. Perhaps you didn't know how to change your experience. Perhaps you were operating under the misinterpretation that the people around you dictate how you feel. Perhaps there was a part of you that was afraid to not feel lonely out of fear of what you might feel instead. But it all comes back to choice at the end of the day. And it is only through choosing something different that you can begin to experiment. Oh, what does it feel like to choose something different? Is it even possible for me to choose something different? And through trial and error, you learn a different way of being if you desire to.
Okay. What, other than this idea that I focus inward on my energy and create my own experience, is there something else that I am missing? Is there something that I'm not seeing?
In terms of what endpoint?
Creating the experience that I want, like creating joy.
You have all of the tools available to you. You must simply choose to pick them up and use them. And if you are choosing not to do this, it's because you are buying into some illusion that it will not work for you. It is only through time and frustration that you will begin to finally pick up the pieces and use them to the best of your ability. And this is not bad or wrong or something to be ashamed of. It is simply the process that you will have to move through in order to get to where you want to go. And everyone moves at their own pace with the tools that they have available to them. And you are learning what tools are available to you. And so, how can you begin to let go of the judgment of that?
Okay.
What good is judgment of your process and of where you are on your path?
It just creates stress and sadness.
This is it.
So I just need to accept the experience as it is. Can I ask you, what are the roles of the different men in my life?
Is there one in particular that you would like to start with?
Dan,
Dan is in your life at this moment in time in order to show you a different way of being with a partner. You are undergoing a transformation, as is he, and you are coming together at this time in order to figure out how to be individually as well as together in a new way. And it is a learning experience for both you and him, but I would like to focus on you within it. How would you like to feel within the relationship? What role would you like him to play in your life? And how would you like to feel in his presence moving forward?
I want to feel joy in his presence and cared for. And I want to feel secure and safe and supported in the relationship.
And those are all things that he cannot give to you. You must provide them for yourself. And in doing so, you will attract a partner that resonates for you. And at this moment in time, this is him. He is resonating for you vibrationally with who you have become at this moment in time. And as you begin to continue to evolve on your path, you will have the opportunity to choose for yourself if he is still a vibrational match for you or not. And there is no right or wrong choice. It is simply what you are in desire of experiencing at the time. And the previous men in your life were a vibrational match at the time that you were with them as well. You were experiencing a version of you that resonated with them to some degree. And that is why they presented themselves to you when they did. And each time you decided to turn within and create a shift within yourself, you began to realize that they were no longer a match for you in the way they once were. Do you see this?
Okay, I see. Is it possible that Dan and I grow together?
It is possible if you desire it to be. You are looking for a specific answer that I am not going to give you because it is not within your best interest to have a finite conclusion at this point in time. It is important that you navigate this relationship and learn from it and allow it to take you wherever it desires to. And allowing that to be enough and okay.
Okay. What are the roles of the different women in my life?
Can you pick one to start?
My mother,
Your mother came into this world with her own path and her own journey, and a part to play in yours as you had a part to play in hers. And I'm sorry that it was not an easy one for you, but there is much that you learned from her and far more that she has learned from you. And you are two souls that have spent many lifetimes together in many different capacities and relationships. And this is the dynamic that you chose this time around. How can you begin to see her for who she truly is, which is a soul just like you on her own path, learning her own lessons, and someone that is capable of falling into the pit traps of their human identity, that she will be required to repeat in time, in another place, in another way, under different circumstances. And rest easy knowing that the lessons that she was not able to learn this time around, she will at a later date. And in terms of your role within that relationship and what you got out of that, I would be happy to open up that conversation with you at this time if that is something that you would like to delve deeper into.
Sure.
What would you like to know, my child?
Why did I choose that experience with her?
You desire to know what it would feel like to have a relationship with a parent that was in disconnect. You wanted to experience what it would be like to feel unloved and uncared for and misunderstood. And this is something that you desire to experience because it's new for you. You wanted to experience it from this vantage point because it is something that you forwent in the past. And from the experiences that you had in this lifetime, within that relationship, you can tell me from this point what you learned from it. Or perhaps the lessons are still being revealed for you.
I don't know.
Can you let go of the resentment that you hold still?
It's not productive. It hurts me more, right?
That depends on what the desire is of you. Is that an experience that you want to continue to have?
No.
Then it is up to you to choose a different one and release the anger that you hold, that the experience that you had was not a different one.
Is this true about my father as well?
There is a slightly different dynamic that took place with your father, but at the end of the day, it was a relationship that you desired to have in order to have a specific experience, to learn a specific lesson for a specific purpose.
What was that purpose?
Growth, expansion, peace, and the ability to forgive where others cannot.
Why did I experience sexual trauma?
You desired to experience the loss of self so that you could find it again.
Okay. I'm doing that.
You are doing a fantastic job at that.
Am I? Thank you. I don't know. I feel lost sometimes.
I realize that we have ventured into some topics that are carrying some weight within them. And I apologize for this as we do not have much time remaining. And I would like to open the door for you to the possibility of speaking more about these things in privacy, as your connection with me is stronger than you give it credit for. And I'm available anytime you desire to connect in a deeper way under different circumstances. I encourage you to continue exploring who you are and asking these difficult questions, because it is only through self-reflection that you will find the answers that you are looking for. But you must take the time out of your day to do this. And it is through these activities that you will find the peace that you are looking for, the peace that is always available to you, but that you must take the time to create for yourself.
Okay. Every day, in the morning and before bed.
This will do you well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking this time to speak with me. And I hope that the messages that you received today will help you on your journey ahead. And I'm sure there will be plenty more insight to come from them. Much love to you, my child.
Love you too. Thank you.